So you want to scale your e-commerce brand exponentially in 2025. In this video, I'm going to make 3 predictions on what is going to be your highest lever that's going to unlock 3 to 10x scale. This video was actually inspired by one of my clients, as I get asked all the time, like, Boyan, what do you think is the highest lever to scale and kind of like 10x the brand? And it always comes down to making like the more higher leverage plays when it comes to scaling. One of them actually being live shopping. So this is actually not something that any of my clients have implemented just yet, but it's something that I'm like constantly harassing them to kind of explore. So live shopping is a $687 billion market in China at the moment based on 2023 data. And in case you don't know, it's basically when a business live streams showcasing their products, and then they have an assistant to kind of like slide them through. I'll kind of drop a little clip on the video right now. And they have essentially a team of closers in the background where they're providing customer support and handling all the logistics of the sales. I believe this is going to be the next biggest opportunity in e-commerce going forward, because we're essentially 2-3 years behind in terms of China when it comes to how they do e-commerce transactions. So for example, they were ahead with TikTok Shop, because obviously it's the parent company is a Chinese company, but they also crushed live shopping. And you know, if the trend is like we adopted TikTok Shop, the next step is naturally going to be this. The awesome thing with live shopping is the trust building element, because they're essentially watching a human present a product. You actually end up overcoming a lot of the skepticism and things along those lines when you're selling on live. Now, this might sound really intimidating to set up, but I promise you it's not. In order to do this right now, even without TikTok's live shopping feature rolled out to the masses yet, it's super easy. Literally just jump on TikTok Live and then have people pass products to you. Or if you don't have someone to pass you products, that's fine as well. You can kind of like get rid of this role. It's not entirely necessary. Now, in terms of the closer, aka your customer support team, this is best not to be done by you. Ideally, you want to have some team in the Philippines to kind of like handle WhatsApp support tickets, etc., etc. And what's interesting about TikTok's algorithm at the moment is it actually rewards consistency and the length in which you stream all the time. So if you're always on live, they're naturally going to push more customers your way. And in terms of the categories that this works really well for, it's not necessarily the best for single SKU stores. The ideal type of brand is more of a general store or like a department store. So for example, think about like your TJ Maxx's, your Macy's, you know, where they have thousands and thousands of things for sale and a ton on discount offers and things along those lines as well, because you can kind of use this method to literally liquidate a ton of your stock. Now, that's not to say like you have to be a TJ Maxx or whatever to implement this. For example, if you're, let's say, a general store around fishing, maybe you're something in the hobby crafts niche, where you also have a ton of items that you can kind of push through this way and address any frequently asked questions on live also. The next biggest opportunity I see is being omni-channel. A lot of brands understand this side of being omni-channel in terms of diversification of traffic. However, not every single brand out there has caught on to the fact that, you know, actually, omni-channel doesn't just mean traffic alone, it also means merchant. Meaning, you're not just selling through Shopify, right? You're getting your products listed on Amazon, you're getting them listed on TikTok Shop. Other platforms, even like Etsy, work sometimes pretty well depending on your niche. Maybe even eBay to prevent kind of like copycats. But the point is, you want to be transacting on multiple platforms. You actually end up just boosting your sales by around 20% just by doing this, surprisingly. Because, you know, when you're generating traffic from Google, Meta, organically, on things like YouTube and that kind of stuff, Pinterest maybe, you're funneling all of the traffic to Shopify. However, that's not the preferred method of transaction for a lot of people. Why? Because they don't necessarily trust an independent website. They might trust a platform like Amazon or Etsy a bit more, right? Because they feel like there's better buyer protection, that kind of stuff. So essentially, as you grow, your cost of acquisition is going to scale. And as a result, your funnel needs to be way more dialed in. Meaning, if you have these things set up, it's going to unlock that extra 10, 20, 30% in sales, allowing you to pay for more inventory, bid higher acquisition costs, and scale harder that way. So actually being omni-channel is a super important thing going into 2025, I believe. And the key here is to be not only diversified in terms of traffic, but also diversified in terms of merchant channels. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this and want to work with me to grow your brand, book in a call with myself, and see you in the next one.